Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Uh, Good afternoon, should I say? Because I'm so used to saying good morning because every time I wake up, I didn't wake up to 12 o'clock today. 12 in the afternoon. Yeah, I slept in, and probably would have still been asleep if my phone people wasn't calling me. But anyway, uh, yes, we're going to talk about what's going on. Ooh, my desk is so high. No, it's not my desk. It's my camera thing that's so high. I was trying to figure out why is everything so high. Let me let my desk back up. Well, I'll leave my desk where it's at. But anyway, we're going to talk about the devastation that's going on in California. Let me just say good morning to everybody. And then I'm going to play it live. Okay, I got live coverage, so I'm going to play it live. Okay, so we can see what's going on. And we may be changing from different major news outlets, but we're watching it. We're gonna whatever I show, it's gonna be live and everything. Do I have my light on up there? I'm just trying to see. And uh, let me just put out a warning because some images and some things may be hard for others to watch. So I just want to let everybody know because we're going to be doing it live. So I don't know what's going to pop up or what's going to show. It may be a street that you know, the area that you know, or a family member or something. So I don't know. But before we get started, let me welcome everybody to the Pink House. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Pink House, everybody. Make sure you all hit that like button coming in because that's going to keep me in the algorithm. Let me just say, we need to keep me in the algorithm. My other two channels, they're both new. They're in the algorithm. Pinky the Housewife was until I got sick again. Every time I get sick, um, it falls out of the algorithm. I don't know why. And that's my main channel. Okay. Let me just say, I need a little 700 subscribers in order to be at 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 subscribers. I just need just a little more. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button on Pinky the Housewife. Okay. And go ahead and get a little movement on Pink Global for me. Pink Global, my second channel. I didn't say you got to do the third channel right now. I want to thank you all for doing that and being here today. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the matter at hand. All right. It's been very devastating for the people in California and Los Angeles. All the, uh, it's just everywhere. Homes in Hollywood, you name it. Uh, Runyon Canyon, uh, Pasadena, you just name it. It's just they just being hit hard. I did stay up late last night to do a video. I did a video late last night. Uh, I don't know why. There's something going on here. That light at the top. I don't know what's wrong with it, guys. But we ain't gonna worry about that light. My husband's supposed to be taking that down. Supposed to be taking that down because he bought a ceiling fan with a light on it. This is that new property I told you about. So things ain't right in here. Okay, and then it's dark outside. I'm by all these big giant windows on the side, and then there's the door there. We look like we got maybe it's going to turn into ice out here. My son just told me they got snow, the most snow that we ain't seen at home at my other house. We got more snow than we ever seen, and I don't know when. He woke up and showed me the snow this morning through Skype, whatever you call it. But anyway, he did. And he tied my pants up on me. He did, and yes, he did. and we got snow everywhere. It is so cold there, and I'm here at the new home, and it looks like it's going to turn into ice. I think the way it's not looking right out there. It's dark, wet. It's everything raining, and it's cold. So, but we're getting ready to go ahead and uh, focus on California right now. Hi, Linda Gamble. Thank you for being here, Linda. Thank you, Linda. And let me just say, this panel is open for anybody that needs to come up and talk. Something is wrong here. I don't know what's wrong. It's these doggone lights. I got a lamp on, but that light is bothering me up ahead. That light is bothering me. I may have to tell my husband. I don't know. That light is bothering me up there. It got a casting a shadow on me. It's the ugliest, strangest light you ever want to see, and it's bothering the heck out of me. Okay, it got a shadow casted on me because it's a light. Let me show you how it's made, and then we're going to get down to business. I'm going to draw a picture of this. I've never seen a light made like this. This is how it's made. It's circles. It's like a glowing circles, and it doesn't. It got a like a shadow on me. It's like got me cut in half as a shadow. I don't know, and I don't like what I'm looking at. But anyway, and then the little lamp I got over here, it ain't doing no good. I'm trying to put a lamp on because that thing don't. Well, we ain't gonna worry about it. Okay. Let me just say, welcome, Nathan. Thank you for being here. Linda Gamble. She's always here. She's my mod. She's the she's just the hardest working woman, and it's freezing cold out there. Linda, you stay warm because you still may be sick. Hello, Miss Bell. I'm doing good. Everybody hit that like button. Support the channel by way of super stickers and super chats. That's my Cash App, guys. Everything on this channel is alleged, and in my opinion, yes, it is. Under the Federal Fair Act of 1976. Please put prayer hands in the chat for California. Please, guys. Please. Trigger warning. Yes, it is. Let me see how many people's in the chat right now. Give me a second, Linda. I'm getting ready to check. I'm casting this only from one channel right now. I'm not doing both of my channels. My other two channels, just this one here. Okay. Pinky, stay put. Dallas Fort Worth got snow. I'm not going nowhere. My house from this new house is 3-hour drive. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying put. I'm not moving nowhere. That's a 3-hour drive for me to get to my other house. That's the big house, the main house. I'm not going. Central Texas, we got the winter weather mix, sleet and freezing rain. That's why it's looking funny out here, because it's been raining. It's looking funky out here. That's why I'm not going out there. That's the new light mix. Oh, that's why it looks so funky out there. Okay. And if we got that, I got over 100 trees or more on this property. And a lot of them are right up on the house, all in front of the house. Oh my God. And at the other house, I have over 100 trees too, but they are pushed back. If you notice, they surround the property on the acreage. They surround it where these trees are right up on the property. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Oh, oh Lord. Beasley. Let me just say Beasley. Thank you for being here. Let me go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and show the this is live, guys, what I'm going to be showing you, okay? I'm not going to show you nothing that's not live. If it's not live, we ain't going to watch it, okay? And so here it is right here, guys. Oh, that's me. On my other channel. Oh, Lord. At least I am live. I put it on the wrong one. Oh, my Lord. Oh, that's me again. Oh, my Lord. Well, you know, I'm at least watching myself because I have to see how many. Okay, here it is. This is live. And so the live screen is going crazy. You see it over on the other side, over to the right? It's just going crazy. Okay. And we're going to try to read some of them and everything. It's just crazy right now. I'm going to go ahead and.
Right now, we want to go back to Sarah Wallace, one of our reporters from across the country, helping us with our.
Let me just say, this is NBC LA. Watch live. Brush fire burns near homes in Hollywood Hills and Rayon Canyon. Let me take this call, and I'm going to go ahead and put you all on live. Okay.
We may have lost Sarah's audio.
It's really a sight to see with the beautiful, tranquil waves up, and then all of this destruction. One thing that I think is worth pointing out is that, you know, you would think that the Pacific Coast Highway would be a natural fire break, as we've seen in so many other areas. They, of course, hoping that this would be the kind of situation where any canyon fire would stop on that side of the highway. What's incredible to me personally is to see that it jumped what is a natural fire break and destroyed so much of this coastline. And that's one of the incredible things that we're seeing. Also, sadly, that we are now confirming there is one death. It's up the road. We actually had seen sheriff's officers gathered around a particular home, a multi-unit house, and they were waiting for additional investigatory officers to confirm what we now know. So sadly, now this Palisades fire has also turned deadly, but it is very dangerous. And, you know, we heard the fire chief earlier talking about the fact that please, if you are not an emergency responder or a utility crew, do not come back into the area. And
yeah, have lost audio there from Sarah Wallace. We will get back to her in just a moment. Jonathan, just showing us more of that devastation along PCH in Pacific Palisades, just all the destruction, home after home, just somber insight there.
Just the darkest scenes in one of the most beautiful parts of our Southern California coastline. Entire communities leveled because of these fires, and now we've confirmed our first death there in the Palisades fire within the last hour. We're going to continue to bring you more information on that. It is now 1 p.m., nearly 1 p.m., and as we continue our coverage of the Southern California wildfire emergency, we remain live on the air nonstop since Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. And again, we've just learned that the Palisades fire has turned deadly.
And that first death after human remains were found on Pacific Coast Highway south of Dukes in Malibu so far. The Palisades fire has burned more than 17,000 acres. Evacuation orders are still in effect. LAUSD schools and offices will also be closed tomorrow. There are several others, and we've got that full list for you on our website, NBCLA.com. And we are also tracking a flare up at this hour near Mount Wilson. And just in the last hour, those flames from the Eaton fire were very close to those communication towers. This fire started on Tuesday and has now burned more than 10,000 acres. It remains at 0% containment. At least 5 people have died. And Jonathan, those evacuation orders remain in effect today.
Right now, we have on the phone for us Chief Sam DiGiovanna. He's our NBC4 fire and safety expert. Chief Sam, are you with us? McGee for more on the conditions there in the Palisades, as well as the Eaton fire burning above the hills of Altadena. Melissa.
Hi there, Jonathan and Camilla. Yeah, we are starting to see really dry conditions, low humidity, but I want to talk about the winds because, we've been tracking this for more than 48 hours with the fires burning here in Southern California. And I got off the air last night at midnight. The wind advisories had expired. The high wind warnings had expired as well. Then overnight tonight, the National Weather Service issued more advisories, more warnings. So that's why we're starting to see those winds pick up once again here in Southern California. I want to show you some of the gusts right now. Santa Clarita, we've got a gust up to 43 miles per hour. Oxnard in at 33, gusting up to Ontario up to 46 and 35 miles per hour in Riverside. Look at the map here. You can see right now we're starting to get into our typical wind-prone locations in terms of finding the strongest gusts out across Orange County and the IE, kind of void of LA County for now. That will change later on today and especially tonight, and also through the Santa Clarita Valley and out across areas in Ventura County. So here we go with these wind alerts once again. In the mustard shade, we've got high wind warnings that have been posted, and then the wind advisories have been posted as well. That's for areas in Ventura County, as well as areas close to the Palisades and the San Fernando Valley, back across areas close to Mount Wilson here. So the Palisades, for example, later on tonight, you'll have winds gusting anywhere from 20 to about 40 miles per hour. But overall, across our region, the highest gust 50 to 60 miles per hour, and then some isolated gusts for the San Bernardino County mountains up to 75 miles per hour. Also, it is very dry outside. We've been talking about the Santa Anas and how these winds really come through the mountains, down through the canyons and passes with that northeasterly wind. It dries out the atmosphere, and the problem is that it's already dry at the surface. It's been more than 8 months since Southern California has had any measurable rainfall. So looking at the relative humidity, we're down into the teens and the single digits. 7% in Van Nuys, 9% in Thousand Oaks. We've got relative humidity dropping down to 12% there in Anaheim and Orange County. So the red flag warning once again has been reissued. This will stay up until 6 p.m. on Friday. Low relative humidity and these winds that we're still fighting and battling is leading to some critical fire concerns across the region. An update on the fires that we're tracking. The Eaton fire, this broke out in Altadena a couple of nights ago, and you can see winds are calm, so that's nice, but the relative humidity, as we've been saying, dropping down into the teens and the single digits here. Also an update for you on the Palisades fire as we're looking at weather conditions. The winds are fairly light, still coming in out of the north or a northeasterly direction, fairly light or calm in some spots, but the humidity is starting to drop as well. And then once we get into tonight, as I was mentioning, with that wet wind advisory that does include the Palisades, your winds are going to pick up later on tonight anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour. So we're not out of the woods just yet. Here's a live picture behind me, and it's kind of hard to see what's happening here. As you can see, all of the smoke and the plume, this particulate matter in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is not good to inhale, not good to breathe or take in if you're outside. So we've got some advisories in terms of the smoke across much of Southern California. Wildfire smoke advisory for much of LA County. And it doesn't matter if a fire is burning in your neighborhood. I was driving in today on my way into work. You could kind of see the ash falling from the sky. It was like it was raining ash across much of our region. And you could smell the smoke, really uncomfortable. Now this advisory extends out across areas in Orange County as well as Ontario, and more smoke to come. The smoke futurecast showing you Thursday, this afternoon, we've got this smoke pressing down from a northerly direction from the Palisades down to the ocean. Same thing with our fire, the Eaton fire close to Altadena. Then once we get into tonight, we're still dealing with plumes of smoke, and then the smoke stretches out across areas where fires are not currently burning in terms of what we know here. So we've got smoke moving in across areas in Orange County as well as the IE. If you're not dealing with the wind, you've got the fires, and the indirect impact as a result of all of this because of the Santa Anas will be the poor air quality. That's the very latest. We're going to track it for you throughout the afternoon. Jonathan and Camilla, I'll send it back over your way.
All right, Melissa, thank you for that coverage. We want to go back to Lexi Suter. She's joining us from our, excuse me, our NBC station in Chicago, really helping us with our coverage. And Lexi, we know you've been on the ground there in these neighborhoods that have just been decimated, flattened by the Eaton fire in Altadena. Give us your location right now and a little bit about what you've been seeing since we last talked to you.
Yeah, we are still at Glen Rose and Woodbury, and this block where I'm standing, frankly, the only way to describe it is a war zone. There is nothing left to even salvage as people try to come back here and look through the rubble, if you will. There are still smoldering hot spots, and that's an important point at this hour. We have seen some fire crews come back through here and check on those hot spots. I talked to one firefighter. He said, we're triaging. We don't want to create any more issues beyond the active fires that we are currently fighting. So we've seen some people come through here because they know this block got hit hard, and a lot of these homes still have a few flames and certainly smoke smoldering. Now, the painstaking task for people, residents, coming back to see what's left. I'm here with Brian and Alejandro, and you unfortunately lost, your elementary school, your middle school, your high school. You grew up here, and your home. What's your home look like?
Oh man, there's no roof. Our parking lot is all broke, it's all down, all turned down. Our roof, I had a hole inside my house that he helped me try to get in, and there was a hole in there. I think the smoke went inside my house. It's just very, very chaotic, miss. Very chaotic. Nothing that I could picture that would happen like this, man.
And your pets.
Oh, my pets, I had to save my turtle. I kind of snuck in with my friends, and I was like, hey, we need to save my pets, my turtles. They were hidden on the water. I couldn't believe that. I just took them on out of here, miss. It was a very big thing that happened fast.
And this home that you've lived here forever, you're now walking down this sidewalk you grew up playing on. You have a huge bag with you of what you could save. What's in it?
I'm taking everything that I need for my sister, my mother. I got my sister and mother in the hotel. I didn't want them to come. I have my shampoo, little things that I can, stuff like clothing. But I couldn't really take everything, miss, because there's a certain too much smoke going on. I couldn't even see no more, miss.
And this isn't just a home. We're talking about a lot of homes on this block on Glen Rose Avenue here in, this area that are damaged. But this is an apartment complex. So we're talking dozens and dozens of people that are in your same situation.
There was a 50 apartment complex, man, and everybody left, miss. Everybody, all the families couldn't believe it. We all grew up there, miss. It was like a big family. We were united, very. And all gone, miss.
And you said it was hard to leave. You were one of the last to evacuate.
It was like around 3, we got the notification, and we were kind of sleeping through it. Around 5 minutes, everybody already had left. We were the last ones to leave, man. It was very, very sad, miss. Seeing my sister and mother almost getting burned by the fire boss. Something I don't wish on nobody, miss. Very bad, very bad. And now seeing my block, I've always passed through here. I went to school everywhere. And now everything's gone, miss. It's very hurtful to see, to be honest.
Well, Brian, Alejandro, we're glad you're safe. Thanks for sharing a little bit of your story. And unfortunately, this is a story of thousands of people, and that number may even grow, not just in this area, but as we know, there are fires burning across Los Angeles County. So this gives you a little preview of what we're watching here today, beyond just trying to take this site in, seeing people come back and carry their life down the street, a bag of clothes, anything that they could save, their pets. It's a really difficult situation out here. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Lexi Suter helping us out from our NBC Chicago station there at Glen Rose and Woodbury. Just such a devastating sight. Lexi, thank you for that coverage.
We now want to show you a live picture here from News Chopper 4. This is over the Eaton fire that has now reached Mount Wilson at this hour as we continue to monitor that white smoke there. And this is, we've been covering this for the last would say a couple
Two to three hours.
2 to 3 hours as it approached those communication broadcast towers there. It got very, very close with those flames. But as we learned earlier from our engineer there, the winds weren't as much of a concern at that time. But again, this is a fire that we continue to monitor at this hour that has reached Mount Wilson. We want to go ahead and check in with Chief Sam Giovanna. Are you with us now?
Yes, I am.
What can you tell us now when you look at the conditions and the developments that we've seen over Mount Wilson with the smoke right now?
Well, when we saw this earlier, you can see that the smoke was pretty much going straight up. Looks as if the winds have kicked up even more so because now they're starting to blow more horizontally. That's not a good sign. The winds have kicked up. And in fact, I'll say this. When I left this morning, I got up in Orange County, went for a run, and there wasn't much wind at all. When I left, it was relatively calm. Just spoke with some neighbors. They said the winds are starting to howl in Orange County right now.
It's just relentless. This is one of the longest periods, seemingly, especially given how long these fires, and they're only continuing, Chief Sam, We heard from our engineer, Dennis Dottie. He's up at our tower, the building next door, up at Mount Wilson. He'd been in good contact with, firefighters up there who had assured him that, hey, we're in a good position here. Can you talk about, he seemed to be very confident that the towers would be saved. Is there just enough defensible space? Is it the wind conditions being favorable right now to firefighters? How were they so confident that this wouldn't necessarily burn down some of these towers?
Well, from what I've understood, they started backfiring operations up there. And backfiring is a wildfire tactic where crews will deliberately set a controlled fire along, say, the edge of a fire break, a control line, ahead of the main fire. What this does is consumes the fuel in its path and essentially starves the wildfire from removing available vegetation. This slows down or stops the spread, and it's basically a way to use fire to fight fire. However, I'll say this, it needs to be done very carefully, monitored conditions, and with expert management and resources to carry it out. So hopefully the operation was successful. It looks like it is, and they're doing a great job up there.
It's such a relief to see that white smoke there. Things stood even just 30 minutes to an hour ago where we saw so much of that black smoke. We saw those tall flames. Chief Sam, can you talk about how these fires also can create their own weather conditions? Because meanwhile there aren't huge gusts, blowing thankfully through this area, the fire itself can create its own kind of weather pattern, making it dangerous and difficult for, firefighters to
live in the area. How many people that live? I know I had somebody the other day said they in California. I can't remember who it was, but Melanie is going. Let me just say this: Melanie is going to be going live on TikTok in an hour, guys. She's on Instagram right now, but she's going to be going live on TikTok in an hour. Okay, and we'll be off so we can go over there and watch her live then. Okay, so I don't know whether I'm going to have this still running because this is important. Let me just see, do we have, there's oh my God. Oh gosh, look at. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this wildlife that's in larger than anything I have ever seen. Fire officials give updates on deadly Los Angeles wildfires. So let's look at this, guys. I want to I'm getting ready to pull that down. Okay. I'm getting ready to pull that one down and bring this one up because they're doing a press conference of it right now. So I want to go right into this press conference. All right. Let's go into this press conference right quick.
The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors declared today, January 9th, a day of mourning in solidarity with the federal government's in honor of the passing of former President James Earl Carter. Ironically, today has turned into a day of mourning for more reasons than one as we mourn the loss of lives and property across our county. We are still facing significant threats. I am hopeful that the tide is turning. Thank you, Chief Maroney. Thank you, Chief Crowley. Yesterday afternoon, as the winds died down, we saw the return of aerial drops and aerial firefighting, a truly, truly welcome sight. First and foremost, I want to assure our residents in Los Angeles County that the City of LA and the county are working hard and working hand in hand to bring every resource available to the table. Last night, the county opened the Pomona Fairplex as an additional shelter for those evacuating and those who have suffered losses. The Fairplex will also continue to take in large animals that are in need of a home. The county is working to harness and utilize the incredible outpouring of generosity from individuals, nonprofits, and companies that want to help. We have heard that many companies like Airbnb, Uber, and Lyft are offering free or subsidized services for those impacted by the fires in Los Angeles County. The county will be sharing all of these resources through our recovery.lacounty.gov website. In addition, the state has activated CAL FIRE Management Team 3 and assigned them to the Eaton Canyon incident. They will be joining Federal Management Team 5 in their ongoing efforts, we hope as early as tomorrow. CAL FIRE Team 3 will be tasked with overseeing victim search operations and damage inspections to facilitate debris removal operations and setting up disaster recovery assistance centers. This will allow Federal Management Team 5 to focus on firefighting operations and the active front. As Supervisor Horvath mentioned yesterday, wildfires do not care about jurisdictional boundaries. Between the city and the county, we are managing the various resources that are coming online with the increasing demands on our first responders. I saw this firsthand driving through the streets of Altadena yesterday. Driving up Lake Avenue, the devastation could not be missed. The number of homes, businesses, and buildings that were on the fire dwarfed in any sense of available resources. Altadena is a very unique and special part of the 5th District. It is a community that embodies the spirit of a big, small town.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website, and now I'm spending $58 a month. Full coverage. That's saving $139. It's amazing. All you do, you just go to the site, you put in some basic information, and you get all these options that show up. People start saving right away. All you got to do is just go check it out. It's that simple. The link's below.
I ain't gonna blame y'all if you feel like the state don't care about us one bit. But guess what? They finally coming through with a fat $5,800 on a spending card to help us deal with these wild prices. Thanks to the new Inflation Relief Act, we all can get some help right now. The state been putting migrants before us, giving them hotels, shelters, and prepaid cards on our dime. So I get why we feel left out. But this spending card, it's just for us. And when I say all of us, I mean every single one of us can claim this bad boy. So don't sleep on it. This ain't no loan. It's a free bag from Uncle Sam, and there ain't no paybacks on anything you spend. That means you're good for this card, even if you're broke or jobless. Remember how those stimmy checks helped out? Well, this is just like that, but way better because it comes with more help. You got to grab this now before you miss out. The state ain't handing these cards out automatically.
A community full of rich culture, history, and one that passionately supports the small businesses that drive its economy in the community. It is also one of the only communities in Los Angeles County that manages the urban wildland interface. Altadena is a resilient community. They have seen some significant battles before, but the scale of the impact today is larger than anything that I have seen in my career. The loss of historic resources at Eaton Canyon Nature Center, Farnsworth Park, and the Altadena Golf Course cannot be measured. I saw fire engines and companies from El Dorado County and other parts of California joining Los Angeles County Fire in an effort to protect life and property. In the midst of the emergency, we've all seen individuals who are targeting vulnerable communities by burglarizing and looting homes. This is simply unacceptable. You'll be hearing from our DA, Hockman, shortly regarding his efforts to hold these individuals accountable, and I promise you, you will be held accountable. Shame on those who are preying on our residents during this time of crisis. The emergency order will be strictly enforced by the Sheriff's Department, who are proactively patrolling to protect these communities from looting and any criminal activity. they have made 20 arrests of individuals who will be held accountable for the actions that they've taken. I want to thank President Joe Biden and Governor Gavin Newsom for pledging to bring federal and state resources to help Los Angeles County in our moment of need. President Biden's disaster declaration includes the promise of public assistance and individual assistance. We will begin the process of rebuilding. We will have critical resources available to ensure the residents of our communities are not fighting these battles alone. I intend to bring in a motion with Supervisor Horvath as my co-chair or co-author to ratify the county's emergency proclamation at the next Board of Supervisors meeting. Make no mistake, this board and this county will continue to do everything in our power to ensure the safety of our residents as we look forward to the path of recovery. With that, I would like to introduce Supervisor Lindsay Horvath. Okay, so Mayor Bass. I'd like to introduce LA City Mayor Bass.
Thank you, Supervisor. One voice, that is the way we speak, and that is the way we stand here united. Los Angeles will stand united and stand strong. So first of all, my thoughts are with the thousands of Angelenos who are impacted by this emergency, as more Angelenos were forced to make the terrifying decision to evacuate. Our priorities, of course, are to keep Angelenos safe and to protect homes. The winds continue to be of a historic nature and a key factor of this firestorm. For much of Tuesday, the unprecedented winds prevented air operations to continue. However, as of yesterday, the winds have allowed for air operations, and that has enabled significant progress against the fires in Hollywood and Studio City last night. And as of 7:30 this morning, evacuation orders in Hollywood have been lifted. Angelenos cooperated, the community stood together, they evacuated, and Angelenos should continue to proceed with caution. Air operations are continuing rapidly in the Palisades, in Sylmar, and across our region. We continue to see our heroes, from our LA firefighters and from personnel, families, neighbors from across the county and the state. We thank you. However, we continue to confront a big one-level firestorm. Historic winds and extensive drought have created a perfect storm that has driven people from their homes and have taken people's homes, and that has taken people's lives. I've been in the fire zones, and you can see how fast and devastating these wind-driven fires are. I know people from all over the nation are asking how they can help. So here are two essential ways. First of all, support the California Community Foundation Wildlife Recovery Fund at calfund.org, and support the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation at supportlafd.org. And in addition to shelters, Airbnb is offering free temporary housing. Go to 211LA.org for more information. This, as we know, is a regional crisis. So working together is the only way we will get through this. That's why I've been in constant contact with my colleagues at the county, state, and federal level. President Biden, Governor Newsom have assured us of full state and federal support. And of course, County Chair Barger and I are fully coordinated, as I am.
Guys, they're having a press conference right now. I'm gonna go off the live for a little bit, and I'll pick it back up later because Melanie is live on IG, but she's going to be going live on TikTok soon. So we're going to catch her live, okay? And I just want to make sure you all get that information too about her live. So since I can't do both, I'm going to pick this up later. I will continue with the devastation that's going on in Los Angeles, California. And my prayers are out there for everyone that lives in California, for all your family members that are there, for any loved ones, friends, or what relatives, anyone that you have living in California. My prayers are going to be with you. All right. So I will be picking this up a little later, but I just want you to know that although they're having a press conference, I will be coming back to this. So get ready for Melanie's live. Uh, she's on IG right now, but she's going to be going on TikTok. So we're going to be ready for that. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. And I will be talking to you all soon. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you not. Thank you guys. Love you. And be safe because it's a very treacherous weather out there. Bye bye.